the other options. You're good with China. Alright. Well, I'm still going to say the other options. You've got Chinese, British, France, German, United States, Russian, Italian, Austro-Hungary, Empire of Japan, and Spanish Empire. So that's all 10 options. And they all do have very unique vessels for their nation. And will be starting in the year of 1890. So keep that in mind with what you pick. But if you still want to go China, we'll go China. I'm going to be honest, I've never played with China. I just know that their ships are very, very small, especially in early game. Alright, China it is. Which difficulty? What difficulty you want? Actually, I'm not going to give you that option because you're going to tell me to go the hardest, and I'm not that good at the game. I'm just going to go normal. I'm not horrible at the game, but I sure as hell ain't great either. I wonder how big our shipyards are going to be at the start of the game. Alright, first, finances. We have tiny shipyards. That's not great. No, that's not great at all. Something tells me we're not going to have very good options here. Yeah, nope, we can't actually build most things. Our shipyard's too small. Fiddlesticks. What about this one? Well, we could build this. What about if I make it as big as possible? Nope. That's over the shipyard capacity too. Darn. This one is smaller. Can we get away with this? Okay. Alright, so this is the ship we'll be using then. Try and cram some stuff on here. Alright, I want... 3-inch guns are usually good enough. We'll put 2-inch guns up there. Main gun, center line, 9-inch. Alright, secondary guns. Yeah, I would love to do 4-inch casemate guns, but just too heavy. Alright, before we add any more guns here. Whoa. Oh, look at that! I can put these on top of my turrets. That's interesting. That's Chinese tech for you. Alright, let's see here. Before we do much else, we need to get some funnels on here. I'm not worried about speed at all, or range. about, is there one I can fit in there? Alright, how much is this? Funnel capacity of 2.5 for 38 tons. Yeah, I guess we'll just do a bunch of these. Let's see. We are heavy on the front, so let's put these back as far as we can. I mean, I can't imagine why we're heavy on the front. It can't be the fact that we have 2 main guns on the front and only 1 on the back. No, nothing to do with it. Alright, we're going to use compound armor, barbette 1, citadel 1. We'll go balanced just so we can get a little bit more armor on here. Standard ratios. Heavy shells. Not worth it. Then, let's see here. We want all of the armor. 3-inch decks. Try and really make our guns stand out here. Then we'll sit here and take away whatever we have to. Alright, let's try dropping down to 10-inch armor. That'll give us a little bit more wiggle room. Still not a lot. Want 10 there. 12 on the barbette. This is early war. There won't be a lot of plunging fire. A pole tennis. Alright, where can I get some more weight? Don't want to make my armor less, but we're gonna have to. Oh, we're almost there. We're gonna lose a funnel. That'll only give us 38 engine efficiency, which is not great. Not great at all. Oops, not even a little bit. Maybe we drop back from 4-inch guns and use 3. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That'll let us have more guns anyways. Still gonna increase their diameter. Make them a little bit bigger. Actually, we'll put one of these here. One there. Alright, these are affecting line of sight too much for the main guns. Where else can we cram some guns here? We can do that. there's not really a lot of reason to do that. Because then it's just putting on double the guns without actually increasing our ability to do much. Alright, let's turn that around. Can we scoot this out any further? Yes. No, we can't fit those up here. We can fit 2 inches up there again. That gives us a little bit of wiggle room for armor. We want like 4, 2, 1. Not quite enough for that. Alright, so I guess this will be our starting ship. Not a very large ship. Not a very big coastal range either. Should we make a second ship, or is that really not in our wheelhouse here? I don't think that's in our wheelhouse. Our shipyards just aren't able to make much of anything else. You can probably make a pretty decent torpedo cruiser. Yeah, so we'll make a torpedo cruiser too. It's gonna be really funny because this torpedo cruiser ain't gonna have a torpedo. Just letting you know ahead of time. Alright, main guns. Well, we can probably go bigger than that. No, we can't. Ship's not big enough to go bigger. Alright, so 5-inch guns it is. Yeah, 5-inch guns it is. Just gonna make sure that anything that shoots at us can just fuck right off. 3-inch guns. Yeah, might as well. Get a bit of barbette armor. Where else can we cram another gun on here? Nowhere yet. I've got to do funnels. So that'll be 3 capacity. I'll really not do any better than that. I can, that's better. That's also better. Ooh, that's wide. What's this one? Also wide. Well, still being twice better. We're actually front heavy here. Oh well, too bad. We're gonna be front heavy. Oh, you ain't gonna let me place anymore here? Oh, it won't let me place one up there, alright. Yeah, I suppose I can deal with that. Ain't a very large angle of fire. Now, why are you fucked up? Yeah, why can't you get closer to the edge like that, turret? There we go. Anywhere else I can try and cram a gun on here? I don't think so. Maybe here? What about if I move that up? Not quite. I can do that though. That works out pretty well. Trying to get as many guns on here as I can. Is that on my end, or is there any buzzing in the background, or is that on my end? That might just be my mic on my end. Or my headset, I suppose I should say. Alright, then I will not worry about it. That's all I care about. Alright, $30 million in 1890 to build this ship. I don't want to think about the economical consequences of that. How many do you think we can get away with building here? How much money do we have? Okay, we don't have shit. We've got 400 million. We can't build very many at all. $12's not going to give us enough to build any escort ships. I think we're going to have to build 10. And we're going to use the other 100,000 for CLs. I can't even build that many. Alright, let's see. We have 10 battleships. I wanted to have 2 ships per. That's not going to be an option. So I guess we'll just make our standard fleet for now 1 battleship, 1 light cruiser. How many ports do we have? More than 10. Alright, all these guys are going to go to our biggest port. 70,000. All these guys are going to go to the other port. Shanghai. Fleet, add crew. And we're going to click on these 2. I want that one, and internal protection. Okay, now we gotta go back to our finances, and our monthly balance is get fucked. We are losing money. We're gonna have to drop our crew training and our tech budget. That's got to stay up. That needs to go up first. Oh, we're going to be so behind on tech. Thankfully, it's the start of the game, so all the first ships we queue up, they all build at once. That'll give us some room to mess with our tech budget again. We want like 30% training. Alright, we can do that and 46% tech budget. Alright, where are all of our ships here? Not very familiar with China. There's Shanghai. There's our battleships. Alright, one battleship is about 10 tons. Alright, so we'll move one of those and one of those to Jiangsu. Try and get some protection on all of our borders here. Or not all of our borders, all of our sea routes here. 1890 China, so we've got a lot of land, we've got oil. That ain't bad. We'll send one up here. Which one of these two do I want to go to? Don't matter, they're both decent ports. We've got to send something to these islands. Magong's the biggest. We don't have any other territory around the world in 1890, do we? I don't think so. Alright, so we've got something guarding the islands, we've got something guarding all the main ports. So we should be doing alright, I suppose. All the sea passages are opening up. How are we looking on the political front? We have one of the smallest fleets on the map. That ain't great. Guess it is 1890. We should move one of these to Hangzhou. Just want to try and make sure we get something in every one of our ports here. I'm not sure when our first naval combat will happen. This game can move really slow or it can move really fast. but I won't pussyfoot around the AI. I'll make it to where they're gonna want to fight me. Alright, so we've got one on the island. I think we've got everyone everywhere. I'm not looking for a peaceful solution. Now, why don't I have a ship at Shinshu? I don't like the unrest, so we're not doing that. I want to get rid of some of our unrest. Same thing here, get rid of some of the unrest. I appear to be missing a battleship. What did I do with it? Did I not move all of them? Did I send two somewhere? Oh, found it. Why aren't you landing? I want to see one ship and one battleship at each one of our ports here. Hong Kong needs one. No, I need you to move into Hong Kong, not sit in front of it. I want every port on the mainland to have a ship. Port Arthur doesn't. But you guys are going to Port Arthur. Okay, why aren't you guys actually going into Hong Kong? What's wrong with Hong Kong? Go to Hong Kong. There we go. Do I consider Japan as an enemy? What do you want me to do, Judge? All right. Let's see on the global front if that was a good idea or not. The Empire of Japan only had 17 ships to fight back. We probably could have stomped them. But they did already have a battleship in my area. How are our finances going? Our transport capacity is getting up, so we're able to trade more, which means our economic growth is getting better, which means more on the tech budget. We want that tech budget up as high as possible. How much money do we have? Alright, it's time to build a couple more ships. Just 10 more for now. I have a ship at sea. I have 2 ships at sea. Go into Hong Kong. I don't understand what's wrong with Hong Kong. Apparently we're just not guarding Hong Kong because I can't get them to actually go into that province. That appears to be a glitch. A rather annoying one at that. Alright, well, we'll send 1 ship there. 1 ship to Delhi, or Deline, or however the hell you pronounce it. You had to pick the nation that has some of the hardest names to pronounce. Every one of these places got 1 and 1, right? Now, why did Shanghai only have... Oh, it's because that's where I was pulling ships from originally. Yeah, that would explain it. Which means I want you guys... Nope. Grab the Navy. I want you guys to go to Shanghai. I do wonder when first combat will break out, though. I am genuinely curious on that part. Stuff's only gonna stay peaceful for so long. Our other ships will be laid down in 4 months. That will dramatically boost our Navy's size, putting us up to 30 ships. How are we doing on the political front? Does anybody absolutely hate us? Oh, Japan. We even try to be nice. Well, fiddlesticks. $185, we're almost there. I want to raise our crew training. But first I want to have 60 on our budget. We don't have anything anywhere near Austro-Hungary. They're just trying to extort us. No. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, okay. I don't have the funds to actually do that, but we'll go into the red. We'll go into the red a little bit here. We ain't got a choice. No, we won't bankrupt. We'll have enough money next turn. I'll see if that actually kills us. If it does, then we'll reload. Yeah, they gave us a boost. Our naval prestige just hit the ground though. Oh well, we'll get our naval prestige back. How is our navy doing though? Everything is built. Now we're making ships for other nations. People like our little CLs here. We can build our port bigger. That lets us build a 12,800 size ship. Which means we could upgrade to larger ships. Such as this magnificent thing. Don't need speed, we don't need range. What do we got in the options for towers here? That. Go all the way up there. We ain't got a very good secondary tower though. It gives us some more 9-inch guns. What about center lines? I would say that's a healthy amount of firepower. We've got Mark II 2-inch guns. That is kinda tempting. Not tempting enough, but it was tempting. Let's see if we can keep anything that wants to look at us away from us. just gonna try and make things. Oh, we have a rangefinder already? Damn. Alright, what about 10-inch belts all the way around? 2 inches of deck armor. And we're gonna do our guns first, and we'll build everything else around our guns. That gets in the way of our firing arc too much. Thinking. I guess we really don't need that gun there. Yeah, we'll give up these guns to get us a little bit more armor. What else can we give up here, if anything? We are kind of just tight on weight. We can give up a little bit of that. We'll give up that gun. It weighs something. Need a little bit more weight. Scrape it off the sides, make the belt a little bit thinner. That's all we can do. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do here. I've made a critical design flaw. I forgot that we needed funnels. Well, shit. Alright, yeah, we're scraping a lot more armor off the sides than what I want to. But we have to. Alright, we are front heavy, so we're gonna put this in the back. We're still a little front heavy, but we were able to scrape off some weight. What is this ship? Yeah. And we've got those. Those will be our next generation of battleship. We won't be making any more of the 1890s. I would like to see some combat here, though. Wonder if there's a way I can rush into combat. Is there anybody I can piss off? Somebody's laying down a bunch of ships. Mostly the Spanish Empire, it seems. Oh, come on. The United States wants to kick my ass. Come on, we need war. It's been like an hour and I have yet to actually be into combat. Usually somebody's done declared war on me by now. I think I played it too cautious at the start. Yeah, that's my guess. I played it too cautious at the start. Well, I guess it hasn't really been a full hour. I was fiddling around waiting or trying to figure out cloud bots for a while. Fuck you, Japan. Our country needs war. Reinforced bulkheads. That's a good upgrade. Nickel steel armor. That's the upgrade I'm waiting for. That'll be the armor we need to or not the armor. That will be the upgrade we need to rehaul all of our armor on all of our ships. Ooh, triple expand steam engine too. That's also nice. Shit, more naval funds. Man, our finances just keep taking hit after hit after hit. I've got to drop down to 60% again. Oh, we need war for our economy. Doesn't sound like a good idea on paper because it's not a good idea. But it is what I need. Oh, we unlocked 13-inch guns. Too bad the biggest guns we mounted on our ships is only 9-inch. Our ships really aren't big enough to even mount 10-inch guns. At least China has an absolutely massive crew pool. Kind of expected, I guess. Trying to think of what we can do here. switch all of these guys to yeah, fuck it, we'll do that. It ain't gonna be good for global tension, but it will be good for everything else. And this is really odd. I don't think I've ever made it to 1892 without being in war. They want to order a ship. Go for it. Alright, we want to view our old ship here. And we want to refit it. We want to do some upgrades. And some downgrades. Where else do I have a 3-inch gun at? Right there. We want to drop all these to 2-inch guns. Just because we've got a higher mark of those. And they are significantly lighter. Switch to nickel steel. And reinforce bulkheads. Triple expanse engine. We don't have any better ammos or propellants yet. We want range finding. And we're gonna try and add armor. Three, 2. Yeah, 2. See what else we can stack onto the main belt here. And to the Citadel. Alright. Now that's a lot of inches of armor for an old ship. Basically a moving brick. What about front tower? We don't have a new one yet. We don't have a new secondary tower. We don't have better funnels either. Yeah, we don't. Alright. That's been upgraded. Now our little ship here. The one that all the other nations keep buying from us because it is incredibly deadly for this year. Yeah, we'll go to a nose fuse. Switch to heavy ammo. How much weight will that increase? Too much. Put on a rangefinder. Still can't increase the armor that much. We go to 7 inches. We lose those and drop them to 2-inch guns. We can make them a lot bigger. Have more weight. Is that enough weight for increased? Not quite. What about if we lower that back down? This ship is what we saw a lot of, though. Just a lot of 5-inch guns. Very, very deadly. Now the question is, when we'll have the money to actually be able to afford to refit our Navy. Expensive. These aren't as expensive to refit. Yeah, it's not expensive at all. And they only take 2 months. Man, I knew this game would be sketchy to record, because you can go too long without anything happening. Our Navy's crew training level is inadequate. No, I agree with him, actually. We've only got 30% crew training. Our Navy is very much inadequately trained for the ships they're using. I don't have the money. We need to go to war with, preferably get rid of Korea there, take over their land. That would be great for our economy. Having more provinces to get money from would be ideal. Damn it, more hits than naval funds. Just can't seem to build up money. I'm just slowly trickling away. Which means we can't upgrade our battleships to get a rangefinder. I want to take the money because I need it, but it would be better to get a whole 1% increase in the GDP. Yeah. Nope. Oh yes, another increase to the GDP. Those do help a lot. See, 11 million. That's a 2% increase in our total GDP of the entire nation. We get almost 9% of our total GDP as budget. So that 2% increase was better than the shortfall payout with the other. I would like to not provoke Russia. You want to talk about an enemy being too close. Forget Japan. I don't want to provoke Russia. That is the one nation I do not want to fuck with right now. I would rather go to war with the US than try and go to war with Russia right now. Oh, that's just an all-around good deal. We are slowly actually building up money finally. That is really good. We got white powder. need to keep building that. We need to keep making our shipyard as big as possible. And that eats up a lot of money. Common pointed capped, huh? Ain't worth a refit. Alright, how long, or sorry, I guess not how long, how much does this cost per month to refit? 113k a month to refit. We can afford to refit 5 of our battleships. We could do more actually, but our shipyards simply aren't big enough to do more. We're gonna have to do them in batches. Now we'll refit the other 2. Now I have 2 extra ships here that I don't know where I got. One of them is in the Yellow Sea and the other one's in Southeast Asia. Did one of our buyers pull out of the contract with the ships we made? Because I should have only had 20, not 22. Whoops, I ain't want to. Yeah. That's got to be what happened. Oh, also Hungary is going to be the first nation that we're going to go to war with. That I didn't expect. They're trying to send us an ultimatum. I can't say I expected that one actually. Send one to Shanghai. Hangzhou. Xming. I don't know how to pronounce these. Haichi, Wiwa. Wawa Wiwa. Lay down 8 more ships. That'll give us 3 CLs per battleship. Trying to think here. Yeah. I don't want to piss off Russia too much here. We're slowly getting our naval prestige back, but it is is not going very well. Well, war broke out and it wasn't with me. Austro-Hungary pissed off somebody else. Man, none of these are good options. They're really trying to push me into Russia here, and I don't like it. I mean, we should be able to take just about every one of these nations in a fight. The question is how long we could actually do it, though, with our limited fleet. Things are going to need repairs, need refueled, redocked. What did I come in? Anti-flood, that's what I came in here for. Alright. Brown powder, white powder. Man, that's a lot of flash fire chance. Yeah, that's a lot of chance for our guns to just violently explode. I don't want to increase that anymore. Hell, I would like to get it down. Now we unlocked Mark II 9-inch guns. They're a little heavier. We'll have to shave off a tiny bit of armor. Now we need to go and add anti-flooding to our main ship too. It's very important to have anti-flooding. We actually unlocked the ability to add just a tiny bit more armor. A whole nother inch. Doesn't sound like a lot, but well, it's a lot. Alright, now we wait again. The waiting game. We'll upgrade our battleships again. It's only a 1-month refit. They're only doing adding anti-flood. Very, very quick to refit. And the more times we refit these ships, the more of these flaws that are on some of these. Every time they refit, they'll get rid of some of these flaws. And some of our ships have really bad flaws, like weapon defects, ammunition and flash fire exploding chances. That's really bad. That's just a chance my whole ship goes up in a gigantic fireball. That is definitely something we want to avoid. So it does mean that we'll be refitting things more often, but it's also good to do. keep seeing tension increase. Nobody likes us, but nobody wants to go to war with us. Yeah, I'll sell a battleship. It ain't one of the new ones anyways. Alright, all of our ships are up to date. How are we doing on the political front? Japan hates us, Germany hates us, Russia doesn't like us, America doesn't like us. Alright. We'll do something about Japan. Yeah, I should be able to get rid of Japan altogether. I don't think they could stop me. That's one of my newer battleships, and Egypt wants to buy it. Sure, we'll sell you one. That gets us money, because we need a pretty penny to actually build those ourselves. How close are we to getting better armor again? 11 months. That'll unlock the Harvey armor, or Harvey armor. Very famous in shipbuilding, was a very large turning point for naval armor. Yeah, this one. I need war, and I know what it's good for. We've got a rather large amount of money building up here. That's why. We weren't working to expand our dockyards. Once we finish building this ship for the other nation, we are going to work on reading here. That's a light cruiser. We can... Do I want to do that? I need to have dockyard space so I can build myself more battleships. Egypt is a good customer, though. Don't know what Egypt wants all these ships for. I don't know who Egypt is fighting. We unlocked Harvey armor. Yeah, I don't know who Egypt is fighting with right now. They need all these ships, or if they're just trying to upgrade their armor, or not armor, their navy. Oh, that Harvey armor is so much better and lighter. No, we want more penetration on our rounds, not less. Alright, well, we can't add any more armor to our ship. We don't have the room for it. Which means range or speed, range or speed. this would be a better idea. Okay, those don't fit very well there, but these will. These are the slightly bigger ones. Just slightly bigger. And we'll see if we can cram in a second gun here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. How heavy are these? 59 tons. We don't have enough to cram in another gun. We could if we sacrifice more speed. It won't let us put anything here. Still not quite. What if we lose a little bit of armor on that? Nah, that's too much armor we're losing. We'll just revert it back. And we'll take some small guns somewhere. Wherever we can actually fit some small guns. Because China's small guns are not very small, I'm noticing. They're about the size of my 5-inch guns. Which is kind of aggravating. Oh yeah, that might be an option. 4-inch guns somewhere. Never mind, they don't fit either. Alright, well, we just got extra weight to spare and I don't know what to use it on. Guess we'll just make ourselves a little bit faster and go a little bit further. We have all that in the back because we have a 4-weight. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we got a better front tower. Well, damn, we don't. Never mind. Idea failed. Whatever. We did what we can there. Wasn't a lot, but it was something. We already go and do this one over here. Ooh. Mark II 3-inch guns ruined our build. Damn. Well, that sucks. Alright, front tower, what do we got here? We don't have a better front tower unlocked. Secondary tower. Also no. What about funnels? Man, them upgrading to Mark II turrets really ruined our ability to have guns on there. Now we've got to find better guns, better spots. I don't suppose one of you will fit up here, will you? Holy, it will. Alright, the question is, will a double barrel fit up there? Now the other question is, can I get the weight to actually put that up there? That would be awesome. What could I lose weight with? We can lose a tower. We don't need to be that fast. We're still pretty early on in the game, so there shouldn't be that much plunging fire. I don't want to take away from there, but we can drop that down to 2.5. We need just a little bit more weight. See if we can scrape a little bit off our sides here. We're gonna see if we can scrape enough off to add that too. Alright, we can. That is great. And all we can do is keep improving that. Alright, we'll refit like half of these. Then we'll do the other half. Then we'll start working on the battleships because they take longer. They're not a month repair this time. Or not repair. Wrong word. Month refit. They're a bit longer. Missed one. I am confused how we've gone this long without war, though. That is a little odd to me. I guess this will just be one of them games I don't play very often because I don't see very many people sitting down to watch this if I'm not even gonna have any combat. I don't need allies. We'll refit our other 4 ships. At some point we are going to have to build more battleships. Barbette anti-flash too, that would be nice. But that ain't worth a refit. That's a hit to the naval funds. We're only getting 8.2% of the naval budget now instead of 9. But the GDP growth will be more helpful in the long run. really kind of want to fight Japan. We've been going for 8 years and our ships have yet to actually see combat. That is a crying shame. Okay, we are at war with Japan. What are your guys' navy looking like? Looking like I should be able to just roll over you. Let's see, where's our navies at? We're gonna move you and you over here. Let's see what you got, Japan. Some nation's laying down a bunch of things again. Oh, that is unfortunate for Japan. Just a bunch of transports. No, I can't sell you anything right now, Egypt. I'm at war. Yeah, we appear to have, we appear to have very much caught Japan with their pants down right there. I think I'm just gonna have the Navy sit there. I want to fight a ship, though. Transports are just auto-resolve. There ain't a lot of fun in doing that. Jesus, and transports eat ammo. Not just another strike. That's a lot of naval funds. Man, I'm just sinking transports. I ain't even doing anything epic. I think Japan has most of their navy on the other side of the globe right now. That's all I can guess, because I know they're at war with other people already. Oh, we have our first ship encounter. They sent one heavy cruiser versus my 3 battleships and my 6 light cruisers. I'm sure that in their mind, they can only think this can only go well. Oh, and we're already opening fire. Oh, sorry, 2 battleships, 6 light cruisers, not 3 and 6. Alright, so they've got 7.4-inch guns, a big hole in their ship now. That is a lot of pain. I wonder when the next round's gonna hit. Come on, battleships, land a shell here. I want to see the big boom. Here comes battleship rounds. Come on, one of you hit. Man, shot way over. Alright. The battleships need to drop their speed to their cruise speed. There you go, that gives them 20% more accuracy. As for you guys, I want you to start changing course. You're gonna chase after the convoys. I don't want any of them to get away. Come on, let them shells hit. Damn. Let's speed it up a little bit here. They got hit by the 4-inch guns. Battleships are almost reloaded. Alright, here come more battleship rounds. Come on, one of you hit. Alright, I would say that left a sizable hole and it destroyed their whole back end. Yeah, that looks like a pretty big hole. Now let's do that again. Nope, missed. Yeah, that's a hell of a hole. Back end up here really shows it's gone. They've got decent armor protection though. Yeah, almost 4-inch main belt with 31% quality, so 3.7 plus 31%. I don't think they've actually, have they landed any rounds? Oh, battleship rounds coming in. Ooh. I went through his funnel. Have any of my ships actually been hit? Hit 6 times. None of them did anything. Oh yeah, look at that. It charged some of the armor, that's about it. Does that ship have torps? That ship has torps. Turn, turn, turn. Don't just sail into their torpedo range. Please. Alright. You ships go sink all of their transports here for me. And I think we're just going to leave this at 3 times speed. I need you to just very, very, very much die. Yeah, them 5-inch guns are just cutting through them. Ooh, he got hit by a big round. Yeah, I got hit by the 9 inches. Yeah, I'm gonna say it hit back here. Yeah, they sunk. Alright, get rid of the rest of the transports. Shouldn't take long. Transports aren't exactly known for their lengthy durability. And by not known, I mean these aren't even armored transports. They are literally just the hull of the ship, and that's it. One more to sink. Come on. Well, there is our first combat. A little underwhelming. There's only one ship, and he couldn't do anything. His 7-inch guns just kept bouncing off of the battleships. But the splash damage, they were able to kill 23 of my crew. And we were able to save one of them, so 22 crew are dead. Ammo, fuel, 80%, 100%, alright. No, I don't want to go to war with Austro-Hungary. One, they're on the other side of the world, and my ships don't actually have the range to get over there and back. And 2, I just don't feel like it. That is too far away. Yeah, that's all the way up here. And they're already at war with Italy. I don't think they're going to survive that war either. And we are losing a couple of convoys here. Oh shit, I meant to click that convoy button. Damn. Yeah, we're losing convoys. And we shouldn't have lost them. Here's a much more fair fight. We've got 2 light cruisers versus one of their heavy cruisers. Let's see how we get along here. tight formation. Now the AI will try and prioritize our transports, so we do need to be careful about that. Especially given that our ships are incredibly slow. They're more armored than they are anything. Now we know he's somewhere up there. We ain't sure where. We haven't seen the ship yet. There he is. Same ship. 7.4. Decent armor. Torps. A lot of 3.5-inch guns. They don't have the penetration at even point-blank range to get through us, though. So that is pretty good. We don't want him to get past us and go this way, because he'll just meet up with the convoys and start shooting them instead. We had some crossfire there. They took a couple of small hits. Nothing major. Small fire on board though. Alright, we need to get to our own cruising speed. That'll give us better accuracy. We don't have a very good chance of getting through their armor either with these 5-inch guns till we get one closer, two at a better angle. And their ship is actually just about faster than us. Just about. Not quite. I think we're gonna give up on our cruising speed accuracy bonus and just try and get up there next to him. See if we can hide in the smoke a little bit here. Yeah, look at that. The AI turned around like a chump. That penetration chance is getting better. Now, just because it's only got 3.9 right there, so they do have the ability to get through with their main gun. 7% chance to get through, yeah. So it is a threat. But we should be the more threatening ship here. It does have more armor than us. And it had a torpedo explode. See, that's why I didn't put torpedoes on my ships. Yeah, they're deadly as all hell. But if I can keep you far enough away or kill you before you get to me, then all they are is added ammunition that can be exploded. Although he was able to get rid of the flooding. got a partial pin that time. He's trying to get away from us. How much damage he's taken. He's not at his top speed anymore. And we are still very much going our top speeds. So we are catching up. I need y'all to hit the magic spot and cause flooding. You can hit right at the rear of the ship. Should be able to go through. Quit running from me, you coward. Their ship just ain't looking very healthy. They've hit us a couple of times. They ain't really had much but partial penetrations. Yeah, partial pins. They have yet to actually hit us with their 7-inch guns. That's hilarious. Well, I had to say something, didn't I? They hit us with a 7-inch gun. That one did go through, and that left a hole. Yeah, that one left a hole. Oh, they actually destroyed this turret right here. And we just got hit by the 7-inch guns again. Ouch. And so they hit us here, and they hit us over here. Hurts. I want you guys to blow off his gun. Actually, he's about to run out of armor-piercing ammunition for his main guns. He actually won't be able to penetrate us with any of his onboard cannons then. Yeah, downside not having a battleship to throw in a shell every now and then is these things, at the end of the day, they do only have 5.9-inch guns, and they can only penetrate so much armor. Oh, we got a penetration. Oh, we got a big penetration. Yeah, we filled their hole back in. We must have hit them right around here at waterline. Wherever the hole's at, it's under the waves. I can't see it. But it flooded the whole back half of the ship. the ship floods enough, they actually won't be able to get the guns up high enough to fire at us. Go ahead and get your accuracy buff here. I think it's time to sink this ship. Oh yeah, I'm really good at penetrating their back end. Now look, I went deep. Filled it with my blue liquid. They're trying. I'll give them that. They tried. But they just weren't quite fast enough to get away. Which is sad because our ships only go 17 knots. So the fact that they were slower than us is, one, shameful. Two, their own fault. Man, their whole ship's sinking right now. I don't think they have good enough flood control to stop it either. No, it's going up. They have good enough flood control to make it slow. That's it. Down she goes. What can I say? She just couldn't take the penetration to the back end. We only lost 8 crew. Or, not... Oh, fuck, I can't remember now. We saved 8 crew. We didn't lose very many, though. I think it's time for us to add some new ships to our repertoire. We've got 840 million in the bank. Oh look, Japan's finally sending their fleet back up. Oh, and they're coming in full force too. There's 3 battleships in that one. Yeah, I don't think they liked me sinking all their ships. Alright, we've got our experimental turret ship here. Go ahead and build 5 of them. We also need to go into our ships, and they need an upgrade again. I know I upgrade these things a lot. But why replace what's not broken, you know? Nope, them ammos are worse. Do we have any better towers? No. Unfortunately, we do not. We don't have better funnels either. Well, that's a shame. Well, we added a little bit more armor. Made the ship a little bit better. Alright, now to do a small upgrade for this ship. Barbette 2. Anti-flood 2. We actually can't afford that. That puts too much weight on here. We'll drop some of the armor here. Still no better towers. This just might be one of them ships that we're not going to get better towers for. There are some ships like that. They're made to be forcefully outdated, so you can't keep using them the whole game. I'm starting to think this is one of those cases. Alright, what do you think we should do, Judge? I can rip off all of our 3-inch guns and replace them with even more 2-inch guns. Or I can leave them as 3-inch guns and just have stronger ones. Or I could wait until we get another upgrade and upgrade the main guns to like 10 inches instead of 9. Stronger, huh? Well, then we'll leave them as the stronger ones for now. We could also lay down a new battleship. Which one of these? Let's lay down an ironclad. I'm feeling classy. We got them thick funnels. I don't know how many of these we'll actually need. I gotta put the guns on first. Oh. That one wouldn't fit on there unless I put it sideways. It's got just enough room to turn. Alright. That's all that matters. As long as it has enough room to actually turn. Let's add Side guns. Yeah, let's go for. Let's try and go for strength in numbers here. Yeah, we're gonna go for strength in numbers here. Just need to make sure it doesn't affect these guys' firing arc too much. Wait, I can put these up here. I can, but it's glitchy. So they don't want you to put them up there. It's just a glitch. Got it. Yep. Alright. Well, it's a glitch, but it's something we'll still use. Can't put them up there, they don't fit. That should be all of that. One at least 11 inches. 3 on the belts. All of it on the conning tower. Inch barbettes, 11 inches on the gun, 2 on the roof. I will drop the decks to 2. Yeah, we'll do them like that. There we go, we got the guns in the same spots, I think, maybe. We got a port weight offset, so we do not have them in the right spots. Let's just do it like that. Nope, port weight offset's even higher. How? What? I'm confused. How? Huh? Something ain't adding up here. There it is. Found what was wrong. Where can we get a little bit of armor here? Or not armor weight. Oh, that's how. We can make our ship slow as hell. I want all of the DACA. No, I remember why I didn't do that a second ago. Because I was trying to keep our aim angles for our ship. Main guns, at least. Wanted to keep them wide. But you know what? Nothing says we have to use small guns, I guess. Let's see what we can do about a big gun. We can do 5-inch guns. Yo, for the love of God, I hope neither one of these guns accidentally fire. If they accidentally fire, this guy is having a really bad day. Hey, Judge, I know what turret you can go in. You can go in this one right here. Right here in the middle. And just make sure that everyone around you knows not to misfire their gun. Teach them trigger discipline. And you should be able to do that, right? Trying to figure out where I can get the best angles here. Alright, let's just give them all of the armor. We actually have a good bit of weight to play around with here. That is a lot of armor for this year of ship. That is a lot of armor. That is 13 inches of armor. I don't think things are gonna get through this one very easy. What do you want to name the ship, Judge? Something Wong. You know, they're gonna be singing about this ship when it's 1920 and we're still in a ship from the 1890s. Because my ships will very much be in combat for that long. Goddamn, Something Wong with the budget. That ship cost almost $60 million in 1898 to place, to build. Damn. Look out, Something Wong! You know, they're gonna be saying that as they just get a large volley of fire rained down on them. Because you have 5 main guns, each in a double turret. So you have 10 very large main gun shells from a battleship raining down on you from wherever this thing's looking at you from. Because I put 7 turrets on it. Now that ship's gonna take a while to build, so we won't see it for a bit. Their navy is getting up here. 3 battleships, torpedo boats, 5 heavy cruisers, CLs. That is funny. Something wrong off the port side. Oh. Hey, they figured out how to deal with all my armor. Their answer to all of my armor was 10-inch cannon on a cruiser. You know, I think they got tired of their shells bouncing off of my ships. What do you think? They're hitting their own transports. Yeah, that's a 10.1-inch gun. That's gonna hit. That's gonna hit. That's gonna hurt. They did give up most of their armor, though, to be able to put those guns on here. Let's see how this goes. They're either gonna hit me first with that really big gun, and I'm gonna see that crew number very rapidly drop, or I'm gonna sink them first because they gave up almost all of their armor to put that gun on. But something's gonna happen. And they gave up everything but their main belt armor. So I should be able to go through the front and back sides very easily. Yeah, we've actually already caused flooding from the back side again. My ships know right where to aim. Took out a funnel. That's gonna hinder their speed. You know, they're almost out of high explosive ammo. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing though. It's a bad thing. Yep. Alright, we're gonna cut in and see if we can close distance while under the cover of smoke. We took out their rudder. I wonder when we did that. So they can't actually turn away from us right now. Their rudder's damaged. And they've got partial flooding. You guys need to sink that before one of them 10-inch rounds hits. Oh shit. Hey, they had a flash fire. I don't have to worry about their 10-inch guns anymore. Oh, I hit their ammunition load, caused flash fire. Man, I'm bad it wasn't zoomed in on them when that happened. Well, that's what happens when you get rid of all of your armor and put really big guns on there. The really big guns also have really explodey ammunition, and you don't have the armor to protect it. Ooh, we've got a meeting. Well, we appear to have come across their main fleet. Their battleships are bigger than ours by 1,000 tons. Well, let's see how this goes. We haven't seen their battleships yet. I don't know what's on them, how they're armored, nothing. But they better have something for cracking armor. They got 3 battleships, 5 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, 2 torpedo boats. We got 2 battleships, 6 light cruisers. I need you guys to join the other fleet of light cruisers. Get into a tight formation. They are east in front of us. We've got range finders, and our battleships have a lot of armor. So we're going to try and use those to our advantage. Oh! Their battleships appear to be coming back from a very heavy fight. Yeah, I would say their battleships are coming back from a pretty bad fight. What about you? Apparently whoever they were fighting was on the right side too. Oh, we hit him. We hit him with a main gun. We hit them really badly with the main gun. I don't know if they're gonna live. Oh, that torpedo boat's gone. It took a main caliber round from the battleship. Man, you better put out these fires or you're gonna burn down. We have yet to have anything actually penetrate the armor. Alright, I want to just alt right click. I want the main guns to fire the battleship. So unfortunately, they've only got 11.2 inch guns, and they could not get through my armor at point blank range. Oh, we have sunk one of their battleships. They couldn't put out the fire. You've taken a couple of heavy hits. That was a main caliber hit. That was also a bunch of main caliber hits. Right. These guys are getting close, and they've got torpedoes. And I may have a lot of armor, but I've only got anti-torpedo belt 1. I don't know how well I can stop those. I guess it's a good thing that we've got all of the small guns. Oh hey, we sunk another battleship. So that's 2 battleships down. That one is trying to run away. They are officially trying to retreat. Hey Judge, who told them that they were allowed to retreat? We're telling them they can retreat. I mean, it is Japan. I need my battleships to land some of these shots coming in. Problem is, they're getting pretty far away, and we are not that accurate. We landed a shot. I need some flooding on that ship so it slows down. I'm trying to chase after them with my CLs. Alright, we need this ship in particular. Just this one. I need it to break off from the rest of the pack so that they can go faster. I think they're finally out of my firing range. Shit. Yep. They're out of my main gun range for my battleships. They've only got a just about 1,300 or 13,000 meter range. So 13 kilometer range, which for this year, being 1898, I believe right now, that is a lot of range to accurately land rounds. But I straight up can't fire any further than that. Oh, hey, look at that. This ship actually captured somebody. Well, good job. Now go sink the other guy. So I have a feeling that the Japan AI thought that I have bigger fleet. 3 battleships, a bunch of heavy cruisers, CLs, that it was going to be a easy victory. Because you gotta remember, my CLs right here, they're not even 3,000 tons. But they are just small blocks of armor, almost 2 inches of armor. So you can't get through with just small arms fire. Hell, you can't really even get through with 7-inch guns. Can't point blank. But I do think the AI thought it was just going to walk over here and stomp my fleet. Because normally the AI is smarter than this. I feel bad for this ship right here. It's just out of ammo. And I'm just shelling it until they either surrender like that ship did or sink. I don't think this ship's gonna surrender. Okay, it sunk. They've got one heavy cruiser left, and then I think that's a total fleet wipe. So they've got a heavy cruiser that's currently trying to run away, and a battleship that's currently trying to run away. And the battleship's not actually fast enough to get away from my cruisers because of how much damage it's taken. I need my battleships to kick it into gear. Problem is, my battleships only go 14 knots. They weren't built for speed. I mean, my battleships are from the turn of the century, or before the turn of the century. They're from 1890. And they're actually using pre-1890 hulls. That one heavy cruiser is somewhere over here. I don't know where. It got out of my view range. I'm hoping to come across it again, but I'm not very sure it's gonna happen. Alright, I want every single one of you to just fire high explosive rounds. We're gonna burn this ship down. With enough high explosives, they won't be able to keep the fire out. See, you have enough TNT raining on your head, you just can't keep the fires out on a ship. Although the rain does actually help with putting fires out and stuff. Hell, they've only got 100 people left. They might surrender due to crew losses before their ship sinks or burns. My guns have a 0% chance of penetrating. It is battleship. It does just have more armor than what my little 5-inch guns can go through. Ouch. Ow. He took a hit to the face. It was a glancing blow. It was only a partial pin. Oh, couldn't put out the fire, they sunk. Damn. Fucking walloped me on the chin right there. We're not gonna find that last ship. One ship got away. So we lost 104 crew and they lost 4,415. We sunk 11 of their 12 ships. And they didn't do much but light damage on a couple of ships. And we were able to save 23 of our 104 sailors. So, yeah, they kind of just ate shit. How's our finances going? We're in the red. They were able to save 549 of their crew from lifeboats and stuff, but they still lost almost 4,000. And Japan does not have the population like us. So it's a much heavier hit for them. Sank some transports. Alright, we're raiding transports off of their coast at this point. Southeast. Keep a tight formation and head right for them. We may try and move the Navy in all around Japan and blockade their entire country. But doing that, that would leave a lot of my land mass open. Kind of sketchy. Right, it says south, so I need to go this way more. Enemy smoke is spotted to the south. That's a this way. Alright, there's some enemies. We see their transports, we don't see their escort. I didn't actually get a look at the Japanese light cruiser escort. We sunk them all too fast in that big battle there. They took a stray round from the battleship and just sunk. We should be able to get a look at it here in a minute. There it is. So what does their ship look like? It's got a lot of docking. It's also got torpedoes, lots of torpedoes. Slow it down time a little bit. So they've got 2, 4, 6, 7 4.1 inch guns on each side, 2 3.4s, and 1 1.4. The 2.1s are in the back. They've got more 2.1s and then torps. They've got lots of torps. We don't want to get close. They're trying to get within torp range. We're gonna get torqued. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're about to get a torpedo. We might be too close. They've got a lot more guns than me. Hurts a lot. Well, we had a flash fire. This ship's gone. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we had our first loss. Just overwhelming firepower. Bastard. Plus, he did end up hitting us with a torpedo. So yeah, we had 9 ammo detonations. Out of our 10 turrets, 9 of them went off. And torpedoes. Torpedoes and their 4-inch guns, because at point blank range, their 4-inch guns could penetrate. Well, you've also got to remember, their ships are 4,000 tons, ours are only 2,000 tons. We've only got 5 guns per side. They have like 20 something per side. And he didn't get out of that fight unscathed either. Most of his ship is flooded. Just unfortunately, our ship went up in an ammo detonation. His did not. Yep, his ship's gone. We didn't even have to sit there and keep shooting it. It took so much damage that it was going to sink too, either way. Alright, well, just clean up the mess now. Losing a ship hurts, though. Yeah, losing that ship hurt. Just to replace that one ship is gonna take like 16 months. Cause it's gotta be rebuilt, and then it's gotta be refit, and then it's gotta be refit again and again. And we gotta chase down all these fucking convoys too. These convoys only go 14 knots. We're going 16. Our rudder's damaged, so we can't actually go our full speed of 17. But we're going 16, so we'll catch them. It'll just take a while. Thankfully, convoys are extremely weak to our 5. I keep calling them 5, but they're just about 6-inch guns. They're 5.9s. I thought we were going to go the whole Japan campaign without losing a ship, though. Oh well. Well, you know what? I can set my ship on the autopilot right here. I am going to grab a celebratory beer and a mourning beer so we can mourn the loss of our ship. Perks of having a mini fridge right behind you. In honor of whatever that ship's name was. I forgot. What even was the name of that ship that we lost? I don't know, it was so far going thing I can't scroll back. So yeah, in honor of whatever his name was. Yeah, I bet these transports are just shitting themselves. Because I'm just slowly catching up and I'm just lobbing shells. Target the one at the back, why don't you? Man, I wish I could increase this up faster. But once you're so close to an enemy, it won't let you increase the speed any faster. We got a hit so far, which means he's dead. Oh, there's the second hit. There's the third. Massive flooding, it's no longer moving very fast. We need one more hit towards the front. And it'll sink. Never mind, it's sinking anyways. Start shooting another one. 3 more transports to go. And we lost a combat vessel. We can't let any of these get away. We've got to recover our losses. If we hadn't lost any ships, I would have just ended the battle and these ships would have gotten away. But I legitimately can't afford to take those kind of losses. I guess we'll design a new light ship. Something a little bit stronger than this. Maybe we'll even just design a heavy cruiser. Trying to think of what I want to do there. Come on. Just land your shots. There you go. There's the engines, fire, flooding. Oh, there went the funnel. Alright, there we go. There's the front end. Two more left. Hey, we're actually at an angle where this other gun can fire. That means we should hit him that much faster. Transports are sinking. I'm gonna catch you, you bastard. Smaller caliber guns in the mix now. One ship left. Oh, we hit it on like the third shot. There we go, that's the end of the battle. The Shogun is what we lost. But we sunk all the other ships. And we were able to save almost all the crew off of the ship. That's good, at least. We need one replacement ship. Okay, let's look in here at the shipbuilder. So before we are using this ship right here. What about switching to that? We actually can't make ships big enough to do that. We haven't researched the tech to make a CL above 4,000. So we can't actually make a bigger ship to replace that. We could make a CA, but that's just a stopgap, really. We can't make any of the good ships yet. We could pull this off. A hybrid ship. Something between a heavy cruiser and a light cruiser. That might be what we upgrade to. Preferably, though, I'd like to have these two. The light cruiser ironclad and the heavy cruiser ironclad. Because they can both be very, very big. Yeah, a 7,000 ton light cruiser. Finger quotations included. Or the almost 13,500 ton heavy cruiser, finger quotes, when our current battleships are only just shy of 9,000 tons. Oh, this ain't even funny. Ideally, we're going to want to build this ship later. We went with this ironclad because it had better spots for turrets. This one had spots for 3 main guns. Both of these only have spots for 2. But the difference is this one can be a lot bigger. Ideally, we want all 3 of these. And our experimental turret ship. We're actually still waiting on the Sumting Wongs to build. Yeah, they're still 10 months out. How's our research doing here? It's slow. Real slow. Because our research budget's not good. It's only 60%. But our economy won't let us have anything higher. Alright, well, let's see here. We got another very large fight. Hopefully this time we don't lose a ship. Yeah, ideally we don't lose a ship this time. Problem is, we've got a lot of fucking weather right now to try and fight in. We can't even see, we can hardly see the ship in front of us. We're not having a lot of luck spotting the enemy here. just from the smokestacks. We don't know how far east. Southeast. Alright, we need to turn a bit. Sea is fighting back today. We may not actually be able to find our targets. Even if we do find them with the waves being this rough, we'll be lucky if we can hit them. We've got it on 10x speed, but our fleet's actually been looking for them for about 40 minutes already. Problem is, our ships are capped at only 14 knots right now, thanks to weather. There's the end battle button. We'll look a little bit longer and then we're going to give up. It's looking like, thanks to the weather, we just won't be able to find our targets. What do you think we should do, Judge? Should we keep trying to look or just call it and have the fleet head back? Yeah. Weather's just too bad. We weren't going to find them. We gave it the old college try, though. A task force blocks our path. They tried to block the path of this group of 4. See, that right there is why our last ship exploded. The flash fire chance, flash fire spreading chance, ammo detonation chance, flash fire, ammo detonation. The flaws in our ship. Unfortunately, this game, as much as I love it, is damn near a half-finished product, because you've got to go on to like Nexus and download scripts and mods to actually be able to refit your ships to get rid of flaws. Like if your ship had a massive defect that was going to cause your whole ship to explode violently in combat, they would recall it and they would fix that flaw in real life. It's one thing if they didn't know about it. These are all heavy cruisers. But quit being weird. Alright, where's the enemy at? Still got some minor damage. From our last fight, nothing major. Found him. Wonder who's gonna eat around first. Us or them? No, we're actually running low on ammo. I need to send this fleet back to port and restock after this. Alright, they ate the first round. Thanks to us running out of ammo, I'm actually going to set the main guns to only fire if they think they can hit. Thought he could hit it, and he hit one of the shots. Left a pretty sizable hole in their face. Caused torpedo detonators. They're trying to get close enough to torpedo us. I know what they're doing. I ain't a big fan of it either. But the closer they get, the more I'm gonna land my shots. They really aren't doing much to me. Everything's just blocked. Every now and again they get partial pin with their main gun. Yeah. That's the smarts, ain't it? tried to get close enough to torpedo me. Like I said, that's just not a good idea. I've got like, well, no, I've run out of ammo on almost all my secondary guns, so I've only got main guns to fire. But still, even with only main guns to fire, I've got 6 of them per side. I've got ammo left in the 2-inch guns, and I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those on each side. They really won't do much. I forgot to turn these guys. They've been leaving the whole time. Oh, we got a hit again. Bounce one of my large hits. I think he bounced one of my shells. I mean, as the years go on, only having a 9.9-inch gun for a battleship is going to be small. But we're also trying to develop better shells right now to get more penetration out of them. Because the weight we save from having giant guns is put directly into us having stupid amounts of armor. At least our CLs are catching up. Still shooting just below the water line. Missing. Shots in there. Hello, Skulking. And they're trying to get close to torpedo us again. I don't like that. We're gonna have to start turning. It's actually gonna be easier to turn right, I think. around for you. Cut straight through your center. And did it again. How's your engine room? That's just a crying shame. You're trying to get so close to me. You know, I have slowly taken a lot of damage from all the 7-inch guns. Not enough for me to really care, but I have taken a lot. Structural damage, while the armor's holding up. All the structural that is behind the armor is just being rattled apart. Everything's just ricochets or blocked. There is only so much it can take. Still a lot of concussive force that the structure has to hold up against. Well, they've done collided with each other. Yeah, I definitely got to go back to port and get repairs. Got one ship left. I think we're gonna finish off this ship, send our fleets back to their ports to get repaired. Probably call the video there. We have been going for longer than my normal 2 hours. We've been going so long today because we had no action for the first hour and a half. You guys are just about out of ammo on everything after dumping it into my battleship. And you guys still never did any real damage, just structural. Lots of red. You can see it up there. A lot of red. A lot of pock marks. Surface damage. They didn't go through the hull ever. I think they're the button for camera mode here. Camera controls, where was it? Not in there. Settings, controls. I can't remember. There was a button to get rid of the button things down here so I could show it better. But look, I ain't got no holes in my hull. They couldn't get through my hull armor at all. But they did a lot of damage to the surface. Even Even destroyed a few turrets. Like both of these turrets are broke. And this turret is broke. I've only got one working main gun. Then they destroyed all these small turrets. All of them. Got a couple of the ones that are in the casemate ones that are still working. But they just couldn't get through the armor to actually do anything. Oh, he had a torpedo detonation. Now I'm gonna hunt you down with the wolf pack. Sunken. Something happened while it's looking away that did a lot of flooding damage. Yeah, it's only classified as medium damage. What do you want to do, Judge? They are offering a peace treaty. Do you want to fight to the end? If we keep fighting them, we can probably conquer their land. If we take the peace treaty, we're not going to get anything but some war reparations, some money. So what do you want to do? Yeah, we won't get any men out of it. We probably could get a couple of ships, but they only have like 6 ships left in their navy, and they're all light cruisers or smaller. Torpedo boats, I mean. Whereas if we fight to the end, I could blockade their navy, their ports, and invade them and take all of their land. But yeah, we can do the treaty if you want to do the treaty. I'm fine with either or. Treaty for the ships and men, so we don't lose them. Don't lose them. Alright, well then I'll agree. Now it'll take a couple of in-game days for them to decide on it. Alright, you guys need to go to Port Arthur. You guys need to go to Hangzhou. Two and 6, 1 and 6. What's the name of that port? Y something or other. That's where this ship needs to go. To replace the one we lost earlier. Alright, so we'll send out the next set of ships while these ones go and get repaired. Those ones are in battle. Oh yeah, the convoys. Alright, then we'll trying to think here. Yeah, we'll move the battleship over here. And we'll take one of the other battleships from over here. The battleships ain't gonna be raiding convoys anyways, they're too slow. Alright, let's check our finances. Yeah, most of Japan's fleet is torpedo boats or CLs anymore. Most everything else is sunk. Alright, well that's what we'll do next time. We're going to go ahead and end it here. Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Hope everyone had a fun time. Hope everyone like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But yeah, hope everyone has a good day, a good night, good life, and take it easy out there. Oh, before I do that,
put down your silver spoon and watch this.
Everybody should go watch Judge. My normal routine. Everybody go watch him. Alright. Later, y'all.